What you're looking at on the screen is just a handful of store-bought popcorn that I germinated. If you're interested in knowing how to do that, I'll put a link to a video I did on the subject at the end of this video. And I'll also put one down in the description. Recently I did a video on germinating corn seeds, and PC mentioned trying to germinate some store-bought popcorn seeds, and that it didn't work for some reason. It got me to thinking about why it possibly didn't work, and the first thing that came to mind was corn seed viability and how long they remain viable. And generally speaking, it's about 2 years. You can check different charts online. You might get some differences. But what I did first of all was I went and checked my store-bought popcorn, and I checked the out date on it, and the out date said that it was good to use till October of 2019, and I purchased it in October of 2017, so that pretty much is a 2-year window there. And then that's without taking into consideration harvesting the corn and then sending it to the place where they package it, and then maybe sending it to a distribution warehouse and maybe sitting in a box there, or maybe even in a warehouse at the grocery store, or even after it sits on the shelf it could sit for quite a while. So what I was thinking is, if the popcorn that I bought would have sat on the shelf or somewhere else for a good 1.5 years, and I bought it like 6 months from the out date, there's a real good chance that 2-year window would have already been by. So if you've ever tried to germinate store-bought popcorn and it didn't work for you, that could be why it didn't work. It's just a 2-year window, and if for some reason they didn't get it on the shelf in a timely manner, or it's already been on the shelf for a year or so, you could have just went past that 2-year window. And I'm going to include a link down in the description to a chart. This video is mainly for, you know, beginning gardeners. Some of you old timers probably know all this stuff, but I'm going to include a chart that Iowa State University Extension and Outreach, their website, has a chart of approximate life expectancy of vegetable seeds stored under favorable conditions. And the key word there is approximate, because how well they're stored can affect how long they'll remain viable. And there are a number of things that go into the storing that can extend or shorten the viability. But it's a good reference just for a general idea of how long different seeds last. And the thing about these charts, you can check probably a dozen different sites, and they'll have a dozen slightly different charts. For instance, Iowa State University, for sweet corn, they list 2 years viability, and Oregon State for sweet corn lists 1 year. So you got even a difference in your 2 EDU sites. But I just wanted to do this in case somebody had tried to germinate some store-bought popcorn and it didn't work for them. The viability might be the reason. Hope this helps somebody out. We'll see you next time.